I'm Piku. Till the time ma'am comes, let's have a little chat. Well, I'm a new admission and I will also be learning with you. In these summer vacations, I had lots of fun. Ate, slept, played. Oh, ma'am is here. Let's get started.
Namaskar, students. I'm so happy to welcome you back. Okay, so you all must have had a lot of fun during your vacation with your family members. I know you could not go out, but there were so many other activities we did with our family members, right? Okay, I know you love to play. So today I'm here and we will all be playing with numbers. Yes, that's the topic for today, playing with numbers. And in this topic, we're going to have factors and multiples. I'm sure you must be having a pre-knowledge also, but today we will revisit it. So let's play with a few numbers and let's take 8 smileys. Let us arrange them in rows in such a way that each row has the same number of smileys. That means the only rule that we are applying here is each row has the same number of smileys. Now let's arrange these 8 smileys just as I have arranged. If I take one smiley in each row, I have got 8 rows here. And of course, I have arranged this number 8. Let's go to 2 smileys in a row. If I arrange 2 smileys in a row, how many rows do I get? 4. And yes, the rule is applied here. There are same number of smileys in each row. Now, can we have 3 smileys in a row? Think, think, think. If I have 3 smileys in a row, I will have 3 here, I will have 3 here, and I will be left with only 2. So the number of smileys in each row will not be equal. So we cannot have 3 smileys in a row where the number of smileys is same. Let us arrange them in, let us arrange 4 smileys in each row. We've got 2 rows, so this could be another arrangement. Now, can we have 5, 6 or 7 smileys in a row? Again, you have to think. Well, if we have 5, 6 or 7 smileys in a row, we can have one row with 5. We can have one row with 5 smileys, 6 smileys or 7 smileys, but we cannot have another row with the same because the number that we are arranging is only 8. And finally, if we have this kind of an arrangement where we have only one row and we've got 8 smileys in it. So as you just saw, we can arrange numbers in various ways. And from these calculations, we observe that 8 can be arranged in one row of 8 smileys, 2 rows of 4 smileys, 4 rows of 2 smileys, or 8 rows in 8 rows of 1 smiley. Okay. So, as we can see that 8 is exactly divided by 1, 8, 2 and 4. These numbers are the factors of 8. So, 1, 8, 2 and 4 become the factors of 8. And what is 8 here? Well, this 8 here is the multiple. It is the multiple and it's a multiple of all its factors. You know that 8 can be divided by 8, it can be divided by 1, it can be divided by 2, it can be divided by 4. So let's go further. Let us take another number. Let's take 7 smileys this time. Now let's arrange them again. Here I have taken only one row and I can place all the 7 smileys here. Or I can take 7 rows and I can take one smiley in each row. Yes? Can you think of any other way by which 7 smileys can be arranged? You got to remember that each row should have the same number of smileys. You can try it out. I don't think we can arrange 7 in any other way. So, numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and so forth and so on, which have only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself are called prime numbers. I'm sure you must have read about prime numbers before also. And numbers like 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 14 and till the infinity, which have got more than 2 factors, are called composite numbers. And what about 1? Oh my God, we've left out 1. Well, 1 is a unique number. It is neither prime nor composite. Now, there's another very interesting fact about the prime numbers. If you take a pair of prime number and their difference is 2, that means they become twin prime numbers. So if you have to give me another pair of a twin prime, it could be 5 and 7, it could be 11 and 13, and so forth and so on. Now let's see what we have discussed today. We have discussed multiples, divisors, factors, and have seen how to identify factors and multiples. That means we know what is the difference between factors and multiples. We've also discussed and discovered the following. A factor of a number is an exact divisor of that number. So each factor, remember 8 we had taken, each factor of 8, it divides 8 exactly. Every number is a factor of itself. So obviously every number divides by itself. 8 is divided by 8. 1 is a factor of every number. 1 is such a number, it divides every number. Every factor of a number is less than or equal to the given number. Let's go back to the factors. Here we were taking factors of 8. You can see that 8 is divided by each of its factors. Let's go again. Every factor of a number is less than or equal to the given number. Every number is a multiple of its factors. Every number is a multiple means 8 is a multiple of each of its factors. Every multiple of a given number is greater than or equal to that number. And every number is a multiple of itself. We've also learned that the number other than 1 with only factors, namely 1 and the number itself, is a prime number. Numbers that have more than 2 factors are called composite numbers. And you know, number 1 is neither prime nor composite. The number 2, it is the smallest prime number and it is also even. Every prime number other than 2 is odd. Two numbers with only 1 as a common factor are called co-prime numbers. Any two numbers which do not divide with any other number other than 1, these pair of numbers are called co-primes or co-prime numbers. For example, you can take 3 and 5. Are 3 and 5 divisible by any other number other than 1? No. So 3 and 5 become co-prime numbers. If a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. If 8 is divisible by 4, 8 will also be divisible by the factors of 4, which is 2. And now, let's come to some facts about factors and multiples. The factors of a number are finite. Every factor of a number is less than or equal to the given number, and 1 is a factor of every number. Similarly, for multiples, multiples of a number are infinite. They can go on. You can multiply a number by any numbers. And then every multiple of a given number is greater than or equal to that number, and every number is a multiple of itself. So we have learned quite a few things today, and I'm so glad that you have all come to explore these numbers and play with them. You can also take many other numbers at home and try out these arrangements. Thank you so much for being here. Come prepared to the class, and I will see you in the class. Bye bye.